Alright, so welcome back. My second dig of the fall. I was out here last week on a Friday evening, just like I am today. I actually found one bullet. I don't think it was a Civil War era bullet, but it was old nevertheless. I did come across my first target of the day. It doesn't seem to be very deep, and it's ringing up quite high, up in the 70s. More than likely it's going to be a piece of aluminum, but first target of the day, might as well dig it. Let's see what we got here. Alright, still in the hole. Reading 14 centimeters. Whatever that is in inches, I don't know. It's reading in the high 70s, so. And on my machine, it's usually an indicator of aluminum. But you never know. Alright, so it's out of the hole. Yeah, just like I figured. It is the top of a shredded can. Probably shredded from where they turned the ground over to farm it, so. Or the harvesting process, who knows. But yeah, it was aluminum, just like I thought it was. Alright, so I'm right back in the same spot I just dug. And had another target in here. Drinking in the 50s. More than likely it's just a piece of tin. Or more of that can probably is more like it. But it's ringing a little bit low to be part of that shredded can. Alright, it is out of the hole. Turn to the pinpoint. Alright, saying it's over here somewhere. Yep, more of that shredded can. I knew it. That's alright. Alright, so I really like this target. Seems to be a good depth. Good solid number. It's reading about 32 centimeters. And yeah, this is a number I like to see out here. So I actually feel pretty good about this target. So I'm gonna come around here quite wide actually. Start to remove some of this dirt. With any luck, this could be our first relic. No, I think I found some stuff back in the spring. Not much this year though. It's okay. All right. See if it's still in the hole. Okay, it's not reading in the hole anymore. Take my glasses off, get my pin pointer. I actually see it. Let me turn you around here. So it did wind up being a Civil War bullet. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. This is a good one. Nice little 3-ringer. Get my brush out and get it cleaned up a little bit. So this looks like it's been fired. Don't look like it hit anything, but yeah, it's a 3-ringer. Get you a close-up of it. Yeah, so it's plucked out yet another relic out of this field. Second year this field's been farmed. Oh, I'll show you. This is the bullet. This is a bullet I found last week, but for some reason I didn't get it on video. I don't know what happened. I guess I forgot to hit the button. And I also found a piece of brass, so it's a really old piece of brass. It could be part of some horse tack or something, who knows. But yeah, got my first Civil War bullet. Got about a $1.37 here, I guess, from my beach trip. All right, first relic of the fall. I'm not gonna say it's the first one of the year because I really can't remember. I did find some stuff earlier in the spring before he planted anything. Let me just go over the hole one more time. Might be a couple in there. No, that's all I'm picking up. But I will take it. I'll keep coming out here until I leave empty-handed. Yeah, nothing. All right. Shut you down and hopefully bring you back on another one. All right, I got one here. It's a bit. All right, I got one here. It's ringing up pretty decent. A little bit choppy one way. Ringing up pretty good going a different direction. We'll dig it. Grunting a little bit. Flashing high when I go one way. But when I swoop it the other way, it actually sounds pretty decent. So it's about as deep as the last target, right around 30 centimeters. We'll dig it. Sometimes if a deeper target's oriented in the ground kind of wonky, you can get some readings like that. Or it could be an oddly shaped item, like a J-hook. I'll give you some wonky readings too. Still reading in the ground. Alright, so it's out of the ground. Let's get the pinpointer. So it's saying it's over here in this vicinity. get a better idea where it's actually at. Alright, say it's over in here somewhere. Alright, get these headphones off. Alright, what we got? Alright, so this is interesting. This is actually a piece of lead. Let's see if I can get it cleaned up and see if it's actually a fired bullet. So it has some, yeah, it's definitely a fired bullet. Hit something, obviously. Verdict's out on whether it's a relic or not. It does have some white oxidation on it, but I can't identify the bullet. But yeah, we'll throw it in the box of finds. But it does look like a fired bullet. It looks like it does have a ridge right here from the base of the bullet. It looks like it probably tumbled when it hit, so probably shot from a ways off. It's probably a pistol bullet of some sort. I think I do see some rifle grooves in the side, which would be another indicator that the bullet started tumbling before it hit whatever it was meant to hit. So I'm thinking this was probably not Civil War. Probably it's an old bullet, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I don't think this one's Civil War. I can see a really shallow groove where Candelore might have been, and some rifling on this side. So, but you never know. You never know. It could be. But I'm gonna call it no. All right, so I got one ringing in the 50s and 60s. These are always curious to me. I have found brass. I have found one piece of gold. But most of the time, this number winds up being 10. It is reading rather deep. Closest number I could get was 34 centimeters. So that's kind of got me curious. Piece of tin being that far down. Not impossible, but is curious. I think I've even found small buttons. Pretty sure I found small buttons reading in those numbers, so I'm giving myself plenty of room here as I dig around. Well, seem to have lost it. Seem to have found it. It's on the side. Never a good sign. I don't know if it's in the plug. Not there, and there is no plug. It's too dry. I don't know if it's in the plug or in the side of the wall. Usually when it's in the side wall, it winds up being a nail. Nails are hard to pinpoint. They're eating over here. So, never a good sign when this happens. Oh, I just found it. Oh yeah, shotgun shells. I don't know what it is about these shotgun shells, but they throw this thing for a loop. That was it. Alright, so we got a really choppy one. So it's either really deep or really small. Every once in a while I can get it to come read it pretty good, come across good. And it's reading in the low 80s. And other times it's kind of choppy. So it's either going to be small rusty iron or maybe a small pistol bullet that's down here pretty good. Usually when it rusty iron, every once in a while I get it'll grunt, squeak both. So not getting many grunts out of this target. Grunting usually indicates iron, and higher squelching is non-ferrous. Of course, I'm only on I am on discrimination 2, which only gives me 2 sounds, ferrous and non-ferrous. I do have a discrimination 3 that gives you 3 tones, 2 for non-ferrous and 1 for iron. But I don't think that one performs as well. I don't think it goes quite as deep. Well, let me get over here. I think I'm reading my shovel. All right, I think I have it out of the hole. It's in that general vicinity. Let's get the pinpointer out. All right, let's see here. Oh, this thing's chattering in my ear. Hold on. I'm getting a lot of interference today on the coil. I don't know why. Oh, it's a root. It's falsing. Alright, swipe it with the big coil again. Saying it's right around in there somewhere. Something really small. Yeah, something tiny. Where'd it go? I can't see. Take my sunglasses off. Ah! Yep, that's what I was afraid of. So, this is, yeah, these things will run you through a loop. Odd shaped object, and it is definitely rusty iron, so hard to see, hard to find, hard to pinpoint. But we found it. Let me go over it one more time just to make sure that was it. Yeah, that was it. Alright, so I've been avoiding all the iron targets, but this one's actually pretty daggone big. So I'll dig it. It's pretty close to the surface. Oh, okay. So, pretty close to the surface. Putting the machine in overload. This is actually a piece of spring steel. From what I've gathered, from what people told me, I found a bunch of them out in this field. I guess it's part of a pull behind farm piece of equipment that kind of gathers everything up or something. I don't know how it all works, but yeah, this is spring steel. I use it for various projects in the shop. I've made hooks out of them and different odds and ends. So yeah, I've been avoiding most of the iron, but this one, it was ringing up big and it was ringing up shallow, so you never know. Could have been a cannonball, which I doubt. I've hit this field pretty hard. I think I would have found a cannonball by now. Alright, so I got one of those wonky 50-60 targets again. And it's tiny. Bringing the best reading I could get was 23 centimeters deep, so we'll dig it. Why not? It's flashing 40 every once in a while. It very well could be a piece of tin. Alright, so it's out. And chances are it's going to be junk. It's small. Is that it? No. It's tiny. Barely in frame, I'm sorry. The heck is it? Oh, Lord of mercy. Whatever it is, it's tiny. Or I'm blind as a bat. Both, probably. What? Oh, wow. So that has got to be the smallest bullet I think I've ever found. That thing is tiny. It's a modern bullet. It's been shot. Daggone, I don't even know. It looks smaller than even a 22. That would explain why it was ringing up so wonky. That's a good find though, to be honest with you. This tiny little bullet swiping over. Alright, so I don't think it's Civil War, but we will take it. Man, that's tiny. I'm gonna put my glasses on. Hold on. Let's take a look. Don't lose it again. Took me forever to find it. Let's see here. Yeah, maybe when I get home, put a caliper on it. Doesn't look like the shape of a 17. I guess it could be a 22. Guess I have to start bringing calipers out with me. Not. Alright, I'll put it in my little pouch and move on. Alright, so I'll get another weird one. It's ringing up all over the place. So, more than likely, ain't gonna be anything good. But it's ringing up good enough to dig it. The sun is getting low, so very well could be the last target anyways. I'm actually starting to make my way back towards the car. So we will see. Alright, so looks like it's actually ringing up outside, so, and it's still just as scratchy. Now unless it's catching the edge here. Maybe it was catching the edge. Maybe I didn't pinpoint very well. No. Saying I moved it over here. Oh. Yep, another one of those dang shotgun shells. Now that I think about it, it rang up just like the other one. These aren't old, they're plastic. I don't know why the shotgun shells. Maybe it's the way it's in the ground, but yeah, they sure do ring up strange. But the butt of that shotgun shell could very well be a button. Now, I don't know if it's because the combination of the soil and the brass, but yeah, getting brass out of this field has always given me weird readings, so I'm always shocked when I see a button because it's never really what I expect. All right, well, like I said, this very well could be the last target. If it is, I'll see you in the wrap up. If not, we'll bring you back, but I can't expect I'm gonna get too many more targets by the time I get from here to the car, so we'll see.